This is not a drill. Switch 2 pre-orders open tonight, and the demand is already insane with over 2.2 million people in line in Japan. If you want to get this console, here's everything you need to know and some last-minute tips that are being overlooked. Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. We are buckled up and ready. Mr. Furukawa had to come out and make a statement this morning. That's how crazy the demand is. You thought maybe Switch 2 was going to yodel like a turtle to the launch line? No. Mr. Furukawa says that over 2.2 million people in Japan alone registered their interest with the Nintendo site. So that's not including any retailers, not including any online sites, just my Nintendo. And he straight up said, like, we can't meet the demand. We don't have enough. We're going to sell out and you're not all going to get one, which is very bad news in terms of this console being readily available, especially when you consider that those 2.2 million people in Japan that registered with My Nintendo, remember, you had to have Nintendo Switch 12 months, Nintendo Switch Online, and you had to have 50 hours of game time logged on your Switch. So this isn't just someone randomly wanting to buy a Switch 2. This is over 2.2 million hardcore buyers, and Nintendo is saying we can't feed you all. So just imagine when it comes to the US tonight, we got Best Buy, Target, and Walmart all dropping at midnight Eastern, which is going to be 9 p.m. Pacific. And then GameStop is our second wave attempt tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Amazon doesn't know what they're doing. Nintendo is sending out invites on May the 8th, but based on Japan, it seems like they're not going to be able to fulfill demand. And that pretty much guarantees that Best Buy, Walmart, and Target, GameStop, and if Amazon goes, they will not be able to fulfill demand either. So this console just went from hot item to hottest item. And the bundle in particular is going to be super hot because remember that great value bundle for $500 where you get Mario Kart for basically 50 bucks instead of 80 is a limited time product. So okay, we got to lock in, we got to figure out exactly how we're going to get this done. I'm going to be with you the whole way. I will be posting updates and we will give you tips right now to make sure you have the best possible chance to get this very rare console. Now, my very first tip is super important, okay? Some people have thought that waiting would be better. The price is going to eat into people's wallets. They're not going to be able to get one. Nintendo has promised a ton of stock. Let's just be straight up, transparent, real, blunt. This is going to sell out immediately. Based on what's happened in Japan, this is going to sell out immediately. You do want to get one now. You do not want to wait. If you wait, you could be in trouble. So here are the tips. Everybody knows to log in early to bookmark the pages. I'm gonna give you some more sneaky under the radar tips that will give you an extra edge, okay? Number one is enlist a friend or a family member, please. Don't be afraid to ask on this day. If you want to switch to, get your son, your brother, your grandmother, somebody to help you out, okay? Multiple devices is obviously key. We need a PC and we need a phone. And the PC is connected to Wi-Fi, the phone is connected to 5G. We're attacking from multiple angles, but let's double that, right? Instead of your 2 devices, let's make it 4 devices by getting a family member, a friend, a loved one to help you out. This is key. 2 chances, 4 chances. Throw more eggs into the arena and see if one can hatch a Switch 2. Now, some people are going to advise you to do multiple browsers on multiple devices. So you're like, I'm trying Target, Walmart, and Best Buy on the PC, Target, Walmart, and Best Buy on the phone. I think it's better to pick one for each. It's better to be really fast at 1 than sort of fast at 3. Trust me on this one. You want to be in first. Tip 2, though, is the first 30 seconds is critical. 30 seconds to 10 minutes can be very dicey. This is the time where lots of sites crash, lots of sites show out of stock, and you got to be patient. You got to push the brakes and say, I'm committed to this for the long haul. I'm in it to win it for 60 to 120 minutes. 90 minutes is probably the sweet spot I've found. You really need to stay committed and keep on clicking. Keep on pressing. Now, one thing you can do to make that easier is actually upload 2 payment methods, okay? Occasionally, these sites will crash out on one. So PayPal will stop working or credit cards will stop working. But it's unlikely that both stop working simultaneously. So for the best chance, it's not just one payment method. Try to get PayPal in there and try to get a credit card in there. That way you can attack it from both fronts. That is a good bonus tip that most people aren't going to tell you. Also, if your cart starts to error out, right? You're checked in, you're ready to go, you got the Switch 2 in cart, you think you have it, and it's like, cannot process transaction, cannot process transaction. I found it's worth it to click that button 10 to 15 times, all right? Stay clicking that 10 to 15 times, try to brute force it through the cart. But if it doesn't work at that point, the overall consensus, the overall information says it's better to erase your cart and go back to the beginning and try again. Now that might sound counterproductive, but if you have a borked, broken cart, you have a borked, broken cart, and it's better to try to go re-add it. And like I said, remember, stock is going to be coming in and out. People are going to add to cart and fail. So inventory is going to be fluctuating rapidly and repeatedly. Just because it says out of stock, do not fear. There's still probably at least a few units left. This is one that I found out for myself this time, which is to use the retailer app over the retailer website. Okay, now with this one. This is supposedly like a secret sauce tip that the apps actually check out smoother and have an easier time processing than the website. So if you want to go on Walmart, you get the Walmart app. If you want to go on Target, you get the Target app. And I can actually attest to this because I remember when I was trying to get Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, when those were all the rage, it was my app checkouts that worked with Target. Okay, so it's the app over the website. Obviously, if you're on PC, do the website, have somebody else do the website. But if you're on your phone, I say go for the app. That seems to be the sneaky way to get in. You still preload your information. You still have the page ready to go, but you're on the app, not the website. It's processing through a slightly different filter, and that might give you the edge that you need. Now, you might also get an edge by reloading a little bit early. Occasionally, these sites will post it a little bit before midnight. Sometimes it's not right on the dot. So I recommend starting your refresh every 10 seconds, starting a minute before. Now, you don't want to be hyper over refreshing. That can overload the site. It can overload your chances, and it can get you to miss the window. But I would say at 11:59 for those of you on the East Coast, 8:59 for those of you on the West Coast, you start the refresh because you might get lucky and maybe Walmart or Best Buy decides to accidentally hit the button early. Then you're going to have a little window where you're ahead of the game, as opposed to if you wait till exactly midnight. Now, some people might say wait till exactly midnight and then hit refresh. I really think it's best to just be trying a little bit early because oftentimes it's not synced exactly to midnight and you want to get every second of advantage that you possibly can. Another tip, in-store pickup or like checkout with store pickup instead of shipping can sometimes be a sneaky way to secure a console after they've sold out. All right, these stocks usually update in the morning. So even if BestBuy.com sold out, it might be worth checking tomorrow morning between the hours of like 5 and 7 a.m. when they update their stock, they see what they've shipped out, and there will be some systems ready to pick up in the store. You got two options with some of these stores where it's like in-store pickup or shipping. Now, the shipping will arrive on launch date, but the in-store you'll be able to pick up at midnight, and that's something that might fluctuate a little bit more wonkily because they actually have to figure out how many do we have versus the online system just churning through their inventory. So there's always a chance you can check tomorrow morning to do an in-store pickup, and if you can do an in-store pickup, that might actually be a better option than a shipping product because A, you get it first, and B, most people are probably just going to try to have it shipped, done, kit and caboodle, set and sealed. Do not forget our 3-tiered approach, right? We try Best Buy, Walmart, and Target tonight. We hope that we get one. If we don't, it's okay. Breathe easy. Christmas isn't ruined. There is a chance that you can get one tomorrow morning at GameStop. Don't forget that they are a second wave retailer, meaning they're going to go up at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. And I told you this in a past video. Don't forget it. Going to your GameStop before they open might be the secret sauce. Yes, you can pre-order online, but getting there in store, supposedly they're about to get 100 per store. I don't think 99 people are going to line up at every GameStop and wait early in the morning tomorrow. They're going to be trying online. So go to your GameStop if you don't get one tonight. I think getting there early, being first in line, second in line, you're in a great position. Even 20th in line, you're in a great position to secure a pre-order. And then there's the third wave, right? Which is going to be My Nintendo, where clearly they don't have enough stock because they can't even feed the Japanese audience. But some people are going to get lucky if you've been a Switch Online subscriber for at least 12 months. If you have 50 hours of total playtime logged on your Switch 1, you can register your interest, and May 8th they'll let you know. But May 8th is way too late for pre-orders, so that is our last-ditch effort. That is our final try. There's also Amazon. Amazon is going to possibly pop up tomorrow. Maybe some other retailers possibly pop up like a Costco or a Sam's Club. Follow at Wario64 on Twitter, on X, to get the latest up-to-date links. I love because he just puts the link right there. It's ready to go. It's instantaneous. I don't know how he does it. He's faster than me. He's faster than everybody. That's the one I use. Follow at Wario64 and be ready. So that's it, my friends. This is it. The final hours before Nintendo's biggest launch since 2017, and it's about to be a madhouse. So hopefully these tips help you get a little bit ahead. Make sure to stay tuned to SwitchForce. I'll be posting exactly how it goes, any updates, any delays, any issues, any secret sauce that I find. So stay tuned later tonight and tomorrow morning. I'll keep you all updated. Let me know and let everybody know any tips you have and how it worked out for you in the comments down below. Fingers crossed this goes well. It's going to be exciting. I'll check back in with you later. Let's all get a Switch 2. And until next time, thanks so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive, and stay lucky out there. Lucky tonight for all of you and for me too. Until next time, SwitchForce out.